How can I, 28F, discuss not working anymore with my partner, 30M?
I need some advice on how to talk to my boyfriend about me not working anymore. I'm 28 and he's 30.
We've been together for 5 years and we're planning to get married. Last year, he made enough from crypto and online gambling to retire, so he's now sitting on multiple 7 figures and makes passive income that far exceeds my $40,000 a year salary. I enjoy my job, but it's not my passion, and I'd love to spend more time focusing on things I truly care about, maybe even starting a project or going back to school.
I'm just not sure how to bring this up without sounding like I'm trying to mooch off him or that I don't appreciate the value of hard work.
He's always been supportive and generous, and I believe he'd be open to the idea. But I want to approach this delicately.
I don't want to create any resentment or make him feel pressured.
How should I bring up the conversation? Has anyone been in a similar situation where their partner's financial situation drastically changed the dynamics of the relationship? How did you navigate it?
Any advice or insight would be greatly appreciated. Thanks. Too long did not read. My boyfriend, 30M, made enough to retire last year, and I, 25F, want to discuss quitting my $40,000 job to pursue passions.
How do I bring this up without causing issues? You don't. You're not married, and unless you have passive income that would allow you to live if something were to happen to the relationship, then you can't afford to not work. You are a girlfriend, not a wife. This is a terrible idea.
Full stop. Instead, you should focus on utilizing whatever money you are saving, assuming he pays most of the shared bills, and invest in something that would allow you to either work your dream job or retire yourself. Personally, I wouldn't just quit your job. Especially if you end up with kids, it puts you in a very vulnerable position should you break up. However, going back to school betters your situation no matter what. Never ever put yourself in a situation where you depend from someone. There is no honest relationship in something like that.
Wow, this is truly a terrible idea, and I'm being serious when I say that. Your boyfriend made his money purely from being lucky, which means he could lose some, most or all of it by being unlucky.
Also, you two aren't even married and you have no legal right to any of his money. Even if you were to marry now, community property only starts after marriage. You shouldn't quit your job. Honestly, the way he gained his money doesn't inspire much confidence in him holding on to it.
Yeah, but did you make 7 figures in crypto and gambling? Are you married yet?
No, and no.
Oh, so you've done fuck all, and are entitled to fuck all. What can I, 28F, do about my lazy fiancé, 29M, who won't keep a job? My fiancé just lost his job yesterday.
They fired him for attendance issues. He did miss a lot of work. He wouldn't go at least once a week. This is the 4th job he's either lost or just didn't go back to because he was unhappy. He doesn't have his high school diploma or GED. He only can work unskilled jobs. He tells me he wants all these things and to be able to financially support me. But his actions don't match. We had a huge fight last night because after supporting him through grieving the loss of a job he actually liked, I became stressed. I became stressed because the financial burden is back on me. I make over $85K a year, have my college degree. I can take care of all our bills, but I don't want to. I've supported myself and him throughout the almost 2 years being together, hoping something would change. I kind of hold some resentment towards him because when we first started dating, he told me he was an electrician and he had done trade school. Turns out after months of dating I find out he was only a helper and he never went to electrician school. But by then I had love for him. He's not dumb. He's just lazy and unmotivated. I think I've made things feel so safe financially for him. He's behaving as a kept wife than a man. We just got into another argument today because instead of practice for his GED and looking for a new job, he's outside talking to his buddies. I'm sick of this. I don't mind helping someone who's trying to improve themselves, but he's not even trying. This isn't the first time we've had this conversation. I'm starting to feel more like his mom and wallet than his fiancé. He's taking advantage of my kind heart. I love him, but it's causing me financial issues at this point. I can hardly enjoy what I worked so hard for because of having to take care of a grown man. What should I do? Too long did not read. We just got engaged in April, but I'm thinking we won't make it to the altar due to finances and overall lack of desire to do better. Your fiancé is a bum.
Make him your ex.
Please don't make any further wedding plans until he can keep a job for at least a year.
Why the hell would you be with someone who can't keep a job? That is like 10 red flags. Have some self-respect and find someone who is on your page of life. My fiancé just lost his job yesterday.
They fired him for attendance issues. He did miss a lot of work, he wouldn't go at least once a week. This is the fourth job he's either lost or just didn't go back to because he was unhappy. He doesn't have his high school diploma or GED. He only can work unskilled jobs. He tells me he wants all these things and to be able to financially support me. Girl, stop arguing with this mess and do not marry this dude. Girl, you have a college degree and make $85K a year.
What are you doing with this guy? Does he have a golden dong? Seriously.
He is 30 years old, he's unlikely to change, and why would he? He knows he's being supported by his girlfriend, Sugar Mama. I'm in my 40s and it breaks my heart when I hear about these educated, lovely, smart women with these losers. Honestly, I feel like y'all need a break or to break up. Maybe some time away will make him become more mature. He's too grown to be not taking this stuff seriously. My boyfriend who's 20 just quit his job, but over the course of 1 year, during the job, he saved $12,000. He came up with a plan to do trade school for welding. He has the mindset to do this on his own without me telling him to. It's not your responsibility to take care of a grown man that not taking things seriously.
My wife, 36F, expects me, 31M, to accept when she's wrong. What should I do?
We were walking around the neighborhood and I casually said I've never noticed that building. She replied by saying it's the same apartment complex we visited before.
I said it's not and that it's in a different area. This triggered her to become upset and asked me to not speak to her. After a couple of hours, she talked to me saying that she was upset at me because it's not about being right or wrong. That I should be willing to accept even if factually that it wasn't the same area. For small things like this she expects me to accept even if it isn't correct, and that is my way of showing love to avoid these type of arguments in the future. I'm not sure if this is right and I don't know what to do. Bro, I can't believe y'all voluntarily marry people like this. What the fuck?
Absolutely fucking not law.
When her truth and the truth diverge, her ego isn't a sufficient reason to back the one which is objectively wrong.
We used to have the truth, now everyone has their truth. Which is code for BS.
What the fuck?
So,
she can say the sky is green, and you gotta go along with it? This is a big sign of what life is like if you stay with her. A 36-year-old adult not open and honest to admit when she's wrong is a huge red flag.
This is only but a preview to bigger manipulation tactics.
To be clear, she expects you to treat her as if she is always right? That is showing love?
That's ridiculous. She is a loon.
Why can't she just admit she was mistaken instead of putting the work on you to accept whatever she says?
It is okay to be wrong or mistaken. I am 28 female, my partner 35 male is doing cocaine 5 days postpartum. Would this constitute separation?
We are home on day 5 with our beautiful baby and my partner 35M is doing cocaine at home. I am 28F.
I can't help but resent him. What if something is to go wrong and we need to drive to the hospital? What if I need to sleep for a few hours and have him watch the baby? Regardless of his experience with drugs and feeling in control and safe, I'm sure this could be dangerous. I am already quite anxious having a little newborn. I think he must be addicted to be thinking of doing this so early after birth, and I worry he doesn't love the baby. I am starting to question everything. I am worried to leave the baby in his care in the future if this is his priority. Because I am confused about my emotions. Is this normal to feel this upset? Should I be thinking of leaving him? Update. The cocaine use started during pregnancy, not before. I was persuaded into thinking this was a last freedom before baby situation, but it is clearly not. I mean, your child can literally get taken away from you both if someone calls CPS. You need to decide if you want to prioritize your child or not. What do you mean should you leave? How is this even a question? Is this a fake post? You could get CPS called on you. You need to leave now. Your concerns are absolutely justified, and if I were you, I would collect evidence and leave. Evidence that he is an unfit parent may be useful if there is a custody battle.
Sometimes what I see on this sub makes me absolutely despair for humanity.
What do you mean? Would this constitute separation?
H. Ow, is that even a question? Why do you need people on the internet to tell you that 1. CPS will instantly take a child away from a house where a parent is a cocaine user, and 2. Cokeheads are a danger to newborns?
I know it's scary postpartum. But run. Run away now.
Save your child.
Definitely leave, cause now he's risking you both having custody of your child. This is a pretty big deal.
Do you have anywhere else to go that's safe for you and baby?
I'm a guy who really likes to have a few drinks every Friday evening, and even I refrained from it the last month of pregnancy and the first month of the kid being born.
Hard drugs less than a week after birth?
Hell the fuck no.